Hi, my name's Kayleen Young and I'm the theme leader for Brain Health and Disease Research at the Menzies Institute for Medical Research at the University of Tasmania. Over the last 20 years, I've been studying brain cells to identify ways to promote brain repair. In particular, I've been looking for ways to replace myelin, which is a fatty substance that wraps around the electrically active nerve cells of the brain. In multiple sclerosis, the immune cells invade the nervous system and they attack cells called oligodendrocytes, killing them. Now, when oligodendrocytes die, this causes myelin to be stripped away from the nervous system. Because myelin is an insulating substance that wraps around the electrically active nerves, when it is lost, the electrical signals don't get to where they need to go. And so ultimately people end up with coordination problems and other problems that we associate with multiple sclerosis. My team has been looking for ways to add new oligodendrocytes and myelin to the brain. Oligodendrocytes can be born and add new myelin throughout life, but we know that this can be increased if we increase nerve cell activity. A way that we found we could do this was by using transcranial magnetic stimulation or magnetic brain stimulation. We placed an electromagnetic coil over the head, and by giving this stimulation for just a couple of minutes a day for 1 month, we found that we got more new oligodendrocytes and more myelin. So in 2021, we took on our first clinical trial of magnetic brain stimulation in people with MS, and we found that it was safe and could be delivered to people with multiple sclerosis, and we're now continuing this trial as a phase 2 trial.
Hello, my name is Professor Bruce Taylor. I am an MS researcher. I've been studying MS now for some 30 years, particularly interested in what causes MS and also what treatments are available that can improve the lives of people with MS. The TAURUS study is a study of magnetic brain stimulation to try and improve the lives of people with MS by adding myelin to their brains. Magnetic brain stimulation involves placing a magnetic coil on the head and inducing a current through the coil which stimulates brain cells. Magnetic brain stimulation is a very safe technique which has been used in multiple other conditions and is improved by the Therapeutic Goods Administration for treating brain conditions such as depression, obsessive compulsive disorder, and it has been used to treat multiple other neurological conditions. It is a very safe technique, and in the intensity we used for this study, there have been no reported or associated side effects. The TAURUS2 study is a multi-centre study of magnetic brain stimulation. We aim to recruit people from 5 different study centres in Australia, most notably the Menzies Institute for Medical Research, the Launceston General Hospital, the Alfred Hospital in Melbourne, the Perron Institute in Perth, and the Hunter New England Health in New South Wales. To participate in the TAURUS2 study, you must have a diagnosis of multiple sclerosis made by a neurologist. Your MS must be stable without evidence of relapse over the last 6 months. You can be on or off treatment, but if treatment has changed, it must have been changed for at least 3 months before you can participate in the study. You must have the ability to undertake MRI scans, and you must have a measurable level of disability between using a standard measure of disability which will be undertaken by a neurologist of between 1.5 to 6 on the EDSS scale. You cannot have any metal in your head in particular, or any metal in your body which will prevent you having an MRI scan. You must not have active epilepsy or schizophrenia or bipolar disorder, or poorly controlled migraines, or be pregnant or planning to become pregnant to meet the criteria for entry into the study. The major benefit that potentially can arise from participating in medical research is that you may be involved in the study of a new and novel therapeutic intervention in MS, which may lead to the development of magnetic brain stimulation as a treatment for MS. But in this context of this current study, there may be no discernible benefit to you. The risks associated with this study, we believe, are very minor. The MBS as used the MBS protocol as used in this study is of much less intensity than MBS protocols used to study other diseases. It may be associated with a transient headache. Occasionally in high dosages, MBS has been associated with the development of seizures, but considering the level we're using here is very low, we do not expect that these will occur. If you agree to participate in this study, you'll be required to attend 20 sessions of MBS. Each session lasts about 15 minutes and we will need to complete 20 sessions within 5 weeks. You will also be required to have 2 MRI scans, one before the treatment commences and one following the end of the treatment. These sessions last about 60 minutes and are a standard MRI protocol. There will be no cost associated with these MRI scans to you. You'll also have, before you commence MBS, we'll have questionnaire-based assessments of your level of anxiety and depression, your level of fatigue, and you'll also undertake a standardised neurological disability assessment called a multiple sclerosis functional composite score. This will involve a timed 25-foot walk, a test called the 9-hole peg test, which assesses upper limb coordination, and a single-digit modality test, which is a measure of your processing speeds. None of these tests are painful. They're all very standard tests and very easy to complete. You'll be asked to complete these tests before you commence and when you finish. Participation in this study is voluntary, and if you decide to participate in this study, we'd be most appreciative. If you decide not to participate in the study, this will not affect your relationship with the researchers, with the Menzies Research Institute, or your medical care. If you require any more information, you can contact any of the researchers whose contact details are listed at the end of this video. They will be happy to answer any of your questions, and thank you once again for considering participation in the TAURUS2 trial.